forgot what I said.
Mark found some manly things.
You're all man.
I'm a stud, I'm here to tell you.
Gross.
Quit.
So Mark found some manly things at the Dollar Tree he wants to share with y'all.
I want to start out with something awesome. This is, and I don't know what, the flexible tie. I love this stuff. I have used this so many times. It's this flexible wire, and on the wire it has this rubber outside on it, so it like doesn't mar or whatever. Of course, and it's flexible, like easy, and you can strip it. And it has this little tiny wire inside that you can mold, and I have used this wire so many times. This is the flexible tie. Okay guys, my next thing is going to be this multi-purpose sponge. I use this all the time. It has like this rough exterior. I don't think it's going to be like a Brillo pad, anything like that, but I definitely would keep it off of anything that I don't want to scratch. Basically, I use it, I'll Windex my window of my truck, and then I'll go along, and this thing will take the bugs off of that like you have never seen. And Windex your picnic table, anything that has like a lot of rough crap that's on that you need off, kind of like a easy Brillo pad in a way. So it's super absorbent also. You can get a bucket of soap and water, put it down in there, it will absorb it, and then you can squeeze out what you don't need and clean whatever you do. This has so many uses. I really love this. So my next thing is the fake command hooks. Yes, we are the command hook users of America, man. That's the RVers. These are supposed to hold like 3 pounds, and these things are super expensive. And of course, they're non-marring. You pull it off, it doesn't hurt the surface. What I love about these is they're 50 cents a piece. Right, because they're basically one and done. Once you pull it off, you just chunk it, because you don't have the 2 parts to put it on with. So this is what I love, fake command strips. Alright, so the next thing I use it in my truck, and I use it in our camper. It's the Driver's Choice microfiber cleaning towels, and in here you get 2 of them, and I mean 50 cents a towel. And for one, I use just like to get crapped out, like for changing the oil in my car and checking the oil and you know, that kind of thing. The other I use more like putting in the bottom of my ice chest if I know I'm going to get some water down and some condensation that I want to keep off the food, that kind of thing, because they're super absorbent. Anything time I'm drying anything off, I will use that specific towel for drying purposes. But this is awesome. This is another thing that I use a lot of, the hook and loop fasteners. I don't like to buy the little small ones that are pre-cut and everything. I like to cut my own, depends on how long that I need them. And so these also have adhesive on the back. You know exactly what these are, man. RVers, we use these all the time, except these things are $1 and they're 30 inches long. So hook and loop fasteners. And so my next thing is painter's tape. Now this, I know this isn't going to be the Gorilla Tape, and I don't want it to be Gorilla Tape. If I just need to like to tape down the tablecloth on the picnic table, or if I've got like plastic covering where I just need to like quickly put something down, know it's not going to stay, I will use painter's tape, and I use this a ton. Being a video maker, you know, I will mark the spot like where my camera goes or where I want to stand or that kind of thing. And the best thing is it's non-marring, so I know wherever I can put it on, it'll be easily taken off. I mean, and there's a lot of tape in here, and I mean there are 17.5 yards of tape in here, you know, and it's super wide also, you know, where you know you don't have to use the whole thing, you can split it down the middle. But I mean, for $1, come on, man. Alright, the next thing, you know it, Goo Gone. And man, 1,000 uses for Goo Gone. And the reason I like this, one is $1, and another is, and look how small it is, man. I mean, it's so small, I can put it in my little kit inside my basement. Use this. Of course, I don't have to tell you, Goo Gone, 1,000 uses, man. Great in the RV. Okay, so next is some Irish Spring, sounds more like a pirate. Anyway, Irish Spring, I just like the way it smells anyway, like when you take a shower, but also it has other purposes too. You can cut it up and put it in your nooks and crannies inside your RV, and it say that keep the rats and other insects and crap, they just don't like the smell of it. And I mean, and check it out, You get 2 bars for $1, man. You're talking 50 cents here, so Irish Spring. Okay, so for my next thing, man, it's just nothing more than a funnel, right? I mean, it's $1, you know, and I know it's just the little things in life, but I do like it when they have a hanger on here so I can hang it up. And if you want to, you know, keep it how it is and keep it new, I mean, you could use it for so many things, or get a couple and use them for different things. Just don't get them mixed up. Like, one could be like your freshwater tank, you know. It's just too small really for gas, unless it's an emergency. I mean, you could use it for gas, but you'd be glad you had it. I would think also that you could do your power steering fluid. You know, that power steering unit so little, it takes just a little bit to come out to fill the thing up. I mean, they have so many good uses for a funnel, and you're talking $1. And so for my next thing is an inspection mirror. Man, these things, it's like a vice, you know? You don't need it every day, but man, when you do need one, you do need it. It extends out like this. And for example, the last time we went camping, we had a leak underneath our shower. And when I got down underneath there on my stomach, of course, guys, you know what that is, and was looking underneath, it was dark, of course. When I had a flashlight, I couldn't see behind this one fitting in there to see if it was leaking. And of course, all I had to do is put this behind that fitting, shine a light in there, and I could see exactly what was leaking, you know? So when you need this, you need it. Okay, so for the next thing you can get at the Dollar Tree is these bungee cords. I don't have to tell you how handy bungee cords are. And in this, you get 6 cords for $1. You get 2 mini cords, you know, those two little bitty ones. I love those. I use those probably more than I do anything else. You get 2 12-inch cords in this, and you also get 2 18-inch cords. And when you need a bungee cord, you need a bungee cord, right? And something else small that I put into my kit inside my basement of the RV is this sanding block. I love these things. I mean, I have sanded in my life with sandpaper where you put a block behind it and all that, but this sanding block is awesome. One thing is that it is soft, like this. When you put it onto whatever you're sanding, it forms onto it since it's soft, and it's so easy on your hands. I just keep them in the RV, you know, in case something should break, and it has like a sharp edge on it where I have to sand it off, or it's just another one of those things that when you need it, you know, and for $1, throw it in your kit, man. Sanding block. Okay, so for my next Dollar Tree item, I have this lightweight drop cloth. You're just like, so what, a drop cloth? Yeah, I have a tarp, of course, that I take with me, you know, but they're heavy, and you know, and you can use your bungee cords to put them down or whatever, but just in case I have something out there I need to cover up quickly, like if our bikes are out there, or if the picnic table has food on it, it's gonna rain, or that kind of thing, I use this drop cloth. The drop cloth is awesome because this thing is 9 feet by 12 feet. Like, it's like would cover like a normal sized bedroom, you know, and it's just so easy and light. And a lot of times what I'll do is whatever I need to cover real quickly, I will use this painter's tape, and I'll just hit it, put it over, you know, and temporarily put it down until it quits raining, and then take it back up. And when I'm done with it, essentially all I do is I just bring it together and I ball it up, and then I use that mini bungee that we just talked about, and I put it around it, man. Okay, so for my next item, you gotta be RVer to understand this for sure, but this is a 7-quart drain pan, $1. How many uses can you get out of this drain pan? I mean, so many. But the one thing that I love about this, it has a place that you actually can pour if you need to, but it has a place that you can hang it up. So I find that super handy, and look, it's not very deep, so it doesn't take up a lot of room. I can put it in my basement, it's perfect. But my major use on this is to catch the condensation dripping down off the spouts of the roof from the air conditioner. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it will make a big mess wherever it drips down, you know, in the mud or on the right in front of the steps when you walk in. We use this pan to catch the water as it drips down. $1, man. $1, come on.